Hello everybody. Welcome to your weekly messages for August 13th to the 19th of 2019. And I just have some decks out. You guys know I kind of just do whatever during these weekly messages on here. So let's start with an affirmator for everybody. And while I do this, please take a moment to subscribe and like this video. Share it if you feel called to. I always appreciate it when you guys tag me on Instagram and all that other good stuff that you do. I absolutely appreciate you. So thank you so much for those of you who helped me out with that. And we have impermanence. Life is always changing and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. Okay, so this is just about staying buoyant. Maybe you're having a really challenging time right now, and so you're working on restructuring, rebuilding, reconnecting, or this is something where you're just trying to float and appreciate the present moment for how well things are going, wherever you might be with that. Let's see what else we have. Responsibility, get it done. So I think this week is going to be a time when you can focus more on tasking. I think Jupiter has finally gone direct, so there's more energy since we have that movement going on. And I think this is a good time to get all of those tasks done that you may have been avoiding or stressing about, or whatever it is that you have going on. It's like the boring task stuff is what you're going to want to focus on this week. It seems like you just kind of have the energy to do it, and then making moves in the direction that you want them to go is kind of how you can work with the impermanence piece and the responsibility piece. All right, then okay, we have the Nine of Cups. So make a wish. Where is your energy going? What are you really marinating with and appreciating right now? Because the Nine of Cups is the wishes being fulfilled card, dreams coming true, things are coming together. I think this week, though, is where you put in the work. You put in the work to get to this point. You put in the work to make this happen. Do all of the stuff that you know is best for you to do. Take responsibility for the direction that you're moving in by kind of putting some reins on your thought, words, and actions, which is all we can really do. And that's how you line up your energy with whatever it is you're wanting. Okay, so it's not like the Nine of Cups is a card that says everything's going to be okay if you're not in agreement with that. Because that's also going to shape your reality. So remember, if everything about what you're thinking, saying, and doing is communicating that you're hating life, you're going to continue to be miserable, or you're absolutely trapped, there's no way out, there's nothing else you can do. If you get into a tunnel vision around that, it becomes harder to see out of that experience. So the Nine of Cups kind of wants you to exercise some faith, figure out what adjustments are necessary for you to kind of get to this place where you're aligned with things falling into place. That's essentially the practice, right? And then we have the Lovers. This is relationships as well as the decisions that you're making. So the Lovers puts an emphasis on this or that, good or bad. Are we going this way or that way? That's kind of what the Lovers helps us figure out. So you might find there's a lot of clarity around your direction, your sense of purpose this week. We have a full moon this week, so you're able to shake off any excess energy that really isn't working for you. And it's also something where you might find that meaningful relationships kind of step up to the plate this week, and those take front and center. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay, this is about hardship being over. The Five of Swords is really nice because it's about the end of a battle, not the beginning. So I think you might find that this week brings progress. It also brings ease and alignment, and you kind of getting the ball rolling on all of those, in all of those areas of your life that maybe have felt stagnant or you're feeling really resistant about, whatever the case may be. And then we also have the Nine of Pentacles, enjoying the fruits of your labor. So I think there might be this could be a good energy to balance out with getting work done, because while you get work done, it's also a time when you want to appreciate and recognize how far you have come already. It's not something that you should hide in the dark or not give credit to, because that can actually lead to burnout. So if this is a week when you want to take a break or you want to rest, it is okay to do that. Just try to figure out where your energy is at. If you have a lot of energy, dump it into taking care of your responsibilities and the things that you may have been putting off. If you've been doing a lot of work and you feel like you're spinning your wheels in the mud, then maybe this is the card that's speaking to a little bit more like, hey, it's okay if you don't step into firefighting mode this week, if that's how you felt recently. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Cups. This has to do with self-care. It is also people call it the new love card, but I really see this card as representing overflowing energy for yourself, abundant energy for whatever areas you want to pour it into. That's the main thing that comes up with this Ace of Cups card. So it's just too narrow of a time frame for me to really want to speak on romantic relationships, even though we have the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. I think every time this stuff comes up in such a short time frame, I feel like I'm blowing smoke, and I don't like doing that. So it's like, yes, of course, the potential is always there, but I want to continue to remind each and every one of you, your responsibility when it comes to what you're attracting in your life has to do with what's your intention around it, what's your belief system around it, what healing are you doing around that. Relationships are tricky. If you're not tackling those other angles as well, then it's kind of like the Lover's card and the Ace of Cups holds less significance and value unless you're being intentional with the energy you're pouring into that. I hope that makes sense, but that's where responsibility is what really highlights it's up to you. It's 100% your decision. It's up to you. The ball is in your court in many areas, even if you feel like that's not the case. It's about getting to a point of empowerment. You guys know I go on and on about empowerment. Okay, anyway, let's pull some more cards. So we have, no, that one doesn't want to come up. Okay, this one, experience. Acknowledge what it took. Be patient with new endeavors. Some paths need time to unfold. It doesn't matter what time you arrive to the party. The future is waiting and you're ready now. Yep, get it done. Get started. It's safe for you to work on the things and give them energy, and just remember to be patient. And we have liminal. Breathe through the confusion. Discover fledging inspiration. Uncertain places are where the most exciting visions are born. The zone of infinite possibility calls you into a time of magic. Okay, that's an exciting one. Infinite possibility. That's also where the responsibility comes back and is just about where are you putting that energy? When you look at infinite possibility, what are you constructing in that area? And this is also a reminder that it's not going to feel as confusing, I think, by the end of the week. I think that's temporary. Okay, then we have visibility. Claim your bright light. Your perfect co-creators are seeking you out. Allow yourself to be seen. It is safe to be witnessed. Ooh, okay, I needed that one. So the visibility card is just reminding you that shining a light on things that are important to you, or shining a light on your truth and what you bring to the table, is the best policy. Okay, then shadow. False projections rule the day. Be lovingly inquisitive. Notice it says be lovingly inquisitive, not shove it in a closet and try to ignore it, okay? Allow the hidden to be revealed and healed. Let the darkness serve to give definition to the light. Okay, so I think there's probably a lot of limiting beliefs that might be showing up. And a limiting belief, what I mean by that, I know it's a cliche term, but anything that prevents you from taking risks or believing in possibility of something more, something bigger, something better, anything that kind of cuts through that and makes you stay complacent is technically a limiting belief, because it's limiting the possibilities of what you can achieve. And so that's something that nobody except God can really put limits on, if we really think about it. So it's kind of like, you know, when somebody gets told that they're never going to be able to walk again, you know, their doctors tell them that, and then they practice and practice and practice, and they end up getting a bunch of their mobility back. You know, it's things like that, where in the realm of infinite possibility, what are you doing with that? And where is your energy going? What type of reality are you wanting to create? Because it can take time to materialize. That's the only thing where you can't get super wrapped up in the timing of it. Okay, let's do a 3-card pick. So you can ask a question, ask for guidance. You can pick as few or as many cards as you'd like. Okay, card number 1. 7 of Feathers. So there's a lot of protection going on. This, to me, is reading as either you're wanting to shield either a part of yourself, a project, a relationship. There seems to be some type of boundary or hiding going on with this card. The other way that this could be coming up for you is like being really guarded with your truth. So I think the visibility card is really important for you. It's safe for you to be witnessed. This is like, no, I don't want to be witnessed. I want to be hidden. So figure out what is that in service of. Remember, just be lovingly inquisitive with any energy that you have like that this week. Or if that's the tone of this situation, unpack that a little bit more. See what's really going on and what's underneath that. Card number 2, we have the Chariot. This actually looks like work. So in order to spark some movement and get things rolling, you're really gonna have to put in the work. So this is just saying, yes, the endeavor is achievable, or whatever you want can get there, but it just requires a lot of applied effort, and then you add an extra layer of difficulty or volatility when you're starting adding more people to that equation. So if what you're asking about involves a partner or another party or someone else in your life, you know, it's kind of like you just have to move in the direction that you're wanting to go and make decisions that are right for you, because you don't have authority over others. Okay, and then card number 3, we have the Moon. I'm getting that this is saying literally the moon, like the moon that we're having this week, the full moon in Aquarius. I think that's going to be a significant player in the direction that you're going, or the decisions that you're making, or the progress that you make. So it might be something where you want to hold off on making any major decisions until after the moon, or just wait and see. That's what I'm getting from this, because remember that you're going to touch back down onto Earth. The moon reminds us of like confusion, uncertainty, not having absolute clarity, and that's okay. And again, breathe through the confusion. This is speaking more to the liminal card than anything else. And there is going to be a lot of progress. It's just that you're kind of wading through the fog at this point in time. So don't thrash against the current or try to fight that. Just know that it's impermanent. That's what you can go back to this week. All right, everybody, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a good week, everybody. And don't forget, if you need to work with me one-on-one, you're welcome to go to onyxhealing.com and check out all of the other stuff that I have available in the description box. And don't forget to check out my podcast if you're interested. It's called Sunday Messages, and the link is in the description as well. And until next time, have a beautiful rest of the week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.